Alright, so obviously this is a different setting than anyone's ever seen. This video is kind of showing what I've been up to. I've swapped the 240. I said that last time in my other video, or in this video, I'm showing you guys what I swapped it with. I've kind of just been busy. Not really busy, but like I guess I've just been focusing on a bunch of things at once now. I think for a while I was kind of struggling on what I wanted to focus on, and for the longest time I thought that I had to pick one of the things out of all of the things that I do, not realizing that I could probably do all of them. And once I came to the fact that that I could do all of them, my life got way easier. I didn't have to struggle so hard on deciding what exactly it is that I wanted to do. I sold my BMW, by the way, so anybody looking for a fitment video, sorry about that. Yeah, I sold it. But I will give you guys the specs if you guys care. I'll put it in the description as well as say it out loud. The BMW ran 19 by 9.5 in the front, ET22, and 19 by 11 ET25 in the back. Now in the back it does require some work to make those fit on the E92s, but it's doable. I did it, and I actually ran it with 10mm wider tires than what most people do. And tire wise, I ran 265 35 19s and 225 35 19s in the front. In the front you don't really have to do that much. You just have to be careful with your fenders just because they're plastic. But aside from that, that's the E92 fitment. As far as what I'm going to be going over in this video, obviously I'm not at my house, I'm not in a driveway anymore. I did get a garage. This is a garage that I shared with one other friend of mine. It kind of just popped up at the right time and we ended up picking it up for a pretty good price. So like I said, I sold the BMW. That doesn't mean I don't have a BMW, which I'll show that in this video too, I guess. I was gonna save it for a separate video, but I figured since I'm kind of doing a video where I'm explaining exactly what I'm doing, I might as well do it all at once. So I got the garage, I finished the 240, and as you can kind of see, there is the flares are welded onto it. I have about 3 of the flares welded on right now. I still need to do the last one, which is back there. I have brand new bumpers, front and back. I still need to look for side skirts, but I have all the pieces I need to finish rebuilding my wheels, which if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen pictures of them. I'll show you guys them really quick right now. These things are super deep. They're gonna be like 18 by 13.5 in the back and 18 by 9.5 in the front. I kept the 9.5 in the front just so that I can kind of keep my turning radius. But yeah, these things are gonna be pretty dope once they're finished. But yeah, so 240, I pretty much have everything I need to finish it. I've just been focused on kind of building my my bank account because this car stuff isn't cheap. So I've kind of been working a lot and focusing on just kind of building money up. And then once I do that, I'll go ahead and finish this guy. All in the meantime, finishing up a second project that I actually picked up. But this project is actually pretty cool. Without further ado, I'm just gonna show you guys what exactly it is that I swapped the 240 with. As you can see, the 240 is LS swap now. It's a pretty clean swap that I pretty much did myself. I did it in the garage in the back of my house and in a little driveway. I literally had almost no space, but nonetheless it is swap. I am running a T56 6-speed in this. I'm running the stock 240 LSD, and it's kind of trash on the highway just because it's good on gas, but it rides like shit on the highway just because I'll be running at like 75 miles an hour at 1600 RPM. But this is just a quick overview of kind of exactly how the swap looks. You know, I have a Mishimoto radiator, I have a steam port on the Mishimoto radiator, Mishimoto fans, which are super, they suck, they barely cool the car down, and I think it's because this is a much bigger rad than what I'm supposed to run. I'm gonna be downsizing the radiator eventually. I'll probably switch back to the KA Mishimoto radiator. That seemed to actually keep the temps down a lot better. I'm running a 4-inch intake with a this actually isn't connected. I actually have the IAT here, which it's basically running off a map tune or speed density, and you know it's a pretty basic setup. It's for the most part stock. AN fuel line just to keep it clean. I have 10mm plug wires. You know, it's really nothing crazy. I do have a ABS delete kit from GK Tech, which I actually had to do this just because on this side, on the passenger side, the header was actually rubbing the brake line, and it ended up leaking and it caused a little fire, but it wasn't anything crazy. I do have my fuel filter kind of secured here like a lot of people run it. But yeah, this is it's pretty basic LS swap. I know a lot of people hate on the LS swap, and I kind of get why. Actually, I don't really get why, just because you make a lot of power for the amount of money I spent. I'm literally at about like I don't even know, but it feels crazy. It's crazy fast, and it's super reliable. I know a couple other people with swaps that, you know, they've had a shit ton of problems with, and this thing, I've been driving it for almost a year now, and it hasn't broken down on me once. Knock on wood. It hasn't left me stranded once, which is super sweet. But yeah, this is pretty much how the 240 is now. LS swap, tuning, all done by DMAT. Check him out. I'm gonna post his Instagram on the description of the video. Check him out if you need any GM stuff done. He's a super cool guy and can get you guys hooked up. The flares are pretty much welded on, and yeah, they do have some surface rust, but this stuff literally comes off super easy, so it's not actually rusted yet. A lot of people were wondering why I went this route, and the main reason was that honestly the car had a lot of rust in the quarter panels. Pretty much time to cut it out and do something a little bit different. I have wheels, so I have 3-piece wheels that sit pretty much flush with the flare. It's not just gonna be tucked in and look like shit like it does now. I am running 3-piece wheels, so fitment is gonna be on point. Interior wise, you saw it in the last video. I installed the Renown steering wheel. I have a Sony XAV AX3000 head unit. It has Apple CarPlay, but it's not Apple CarPlay Bluetooth. It does have Bluetooth, but Apple CarPlay Bluetooth, if you guys are familiar, it just does Apple CarPlay wirelessly. You don't have to have it plugged into USB. Pretty basic shift knob from Black Forest Industries, and you know, pretty stock interior for the most part, aside from those gauges down there. But yeah, this is pretty much how this car is right now. All right, so like I said, I did finish the 240 kind of. It's swapped now. This thing's a beast. I'm not gonna start it up or anything right now just because it's crazy loud. I picked up a new project. I sold the BMW and I moved on to a different BMW. You know, I bought this BMW with the intention of kind of just putting it back to stock BMW form and joining it with the inline 6. It's a legendary car. You know, I tried looking for a motor, and honestly, cost-wise, it just didn't make sense to me to spend the amount that this motor costed for the amount of power that I was going to be getting. So I found this 6-liter motor, and yeah, this is basically the new project. This is it. I am going to be LS swapping. Well, it's technically a Trek motor, so it's not technically an LS, but it's an E46 M3. I already have 3-piece wheels on it. I actually moved pretty fast on this car. I put 3-piece wheels on it. I just need to mount the tires, which are back there. I'm supposed to be finishing this car before H2OI, and I already have a lot of the parts for it. If you guys want to see this E46 M3 swap with an LS motor, keep watching, because this thing's gonna move super quick. This is a 2003 E46 M3, and it's a Japan rock color, so it is an individual color. It was actually in a front-end collision, but both frame rails are straight. I literally just need to get a new hood, a new front rad support, and the bumper was fine. I need both headlights. So if you guys have any of that, if you guys have a E46 M3 hood, 46 M3 headlights, front rad support, if you guys have any of those parts or anything you think would probably help with the swap, let me know. Definitely looking for parts, and obviously I'm not asking for anything for free. I'm willing to buy everything that you guys have. Basically just looking for parts at this point. As far as the motor goes, this is an LS motor, which I'll actually be going more into depth as far as what I'll be doing with the motor, but it is going to be a LS swap. I'm going to go for a more stealth look on this one. I'm going to do all black everything, kind of gloss black, wrinkle black here and there. I'm going to be making it look really clean and making the motor kind of look a little bit smaller than it actually is, which, believe it or not, LS motors are really tiny anyways. But this is a LS motor going into an E46 M3. You know, if you guys have parts laying around, let me know. This car is staying stock for the most part, body wise. I'm not going to be doing any modifications to it, just let it look like a stock E46 M3 with HREs and maybe a little bit of a Stancy boy car with some good power. But yeah, if you guys have these parts for an E46 M3, hit me up. I'm definitely looking to buy them. I'm looking for front E46 M3 seats, the coupe seats, not the vert seats. The vert seats are a little bit different. A DME for an E46 M3, as well as a wiring harness, front headlights, a front hood, and the rad support. If you guys have any of those parts, let me know. I'll pick them up. This is it. This is pretty much the new garage swap thing project that I have going on. Finished one car, I guess, and kind of started another. The main reason I actually wanted to do this was because I wanted something that was a clean daily. Well, so I could put that to the side and actually just work on that without, like, pretty much take things apart without having to worry about needing a second car. So I figured I could do it with this car since that car is super reliable, and we're here now. By the time I post this video up, I might post a picture here of a hoodie that might be a select run. These are a little bit more of a premium line of the hoodies, thinking it'll be embroidered with it, and then maybe a small design on the back, or on the cuff maybe. I still haven't decided yet. Yeah, keep an eye out for those. I may be doing pre-orders for shirts, so if you guys want to see this thing built a lot quicker, definitely pre-order one, and I'd appreciate it. Yeah, this is, I guess, a big car update video, kind of, and I'm going to be posting another video shortly after this one, hopefully tomorrow, and just kind of keep the videos going as far as what I'll be doing with this. I already took the intake off, and I'll be doing more and more as far as when I'm tearing it down, what I'm going to be taking off, like all these extra brackets that aren't needed. I'll be doing all that. So follow me on Instagram too. I post a lot of updates on there. If you guys are looking for photo shoots, anything like that, let me know. I'm always down. If you guys are looking for haircuts, let me know. Pretty much for this project, I'm gonna need all the money I can get, so I'm working pretty hard. Again, tell your friends, subscribe, let me know what you guys want to see with this car. Thanks for continually watching. Thank you to all the 400 subscribers that I have, and all the homies that tell me to continue to make videos. I really appreciate you guys. All the people that encourage me to continue to do what I'm doing. You guys are super cool. And yeah, that's it for now. Stay tuned for the next video.